Whoa. Hold on, lower this mic a little bit for me, baby. Yeah, all right, that's nice. What's up, guys? It is your good friend Chad Marco here again, and I'm here today with another review of the latest episode of Dragon Ball Super. So, let's get this party started. Now, this is episode 119, I believe. We've come so far. I can't believe we made it so far, man. I mean, at this point, Dragon Ball Super is like twice the length of Dragon Ball GT, and I hope it continues all the way to 1,000. But to the point, today's episode is basically about the Z Fighters and their struggle against Universe 4's mysterious invisible attack. Now, this episode starts off with Vegeta fighting against, I believe his name is Catapelsa, some dumbass name. But yeah, they get into it because, you know, Vegeta's pissed because his boy Kappa just got eliminated. So he just ready to knock somebody the fuck out. So they get to scrapping. It's a nice little decent fight. Catapelsa, whatever the fuck his name is, he transforms into some type of really the only thing that happens is, you know, the color of his suit changes, and he says like apparently it gave him like it multiplied his strength and speed by like 300. So Vegeta goes Super Saiyan to fight against him, and eventually like he Catapelsa, I do not know this guy's name, but he pulls out his final attack. I think it's called Final Mission, and that's just so perfect to go up against Vegeta's Final Flash. And they have a little short beam struggle, and of course your boy Vegeta, you know, he gets the upper hand in this struggle and manages to knock Catapelsa out. Well, not really. Vegeta's Final Flash was able to knock Catapelsa to the edge of the arena, but it didn't quite knock him out. What really knocked him out was some mystery fighter like just tripped him and he fell off. Then Vegeta goes to the edge, you know, to look at his dirty work, you know, and then he like something that like pushes him off, but he just barely manages to catch himself before he falls and gets eliminated. And you know what's funny? Last week, because you can see this scene happen in the preview of 100 at the end of episode 118, as people were like, oh, Vegeta's gone, Vegeta's getting knocked out, and I was like, come on guys, really? Like, they never put, like, well, I'm not gonna say never, but it's very unlikely that they would put a major spoiler like that in the fucking preview. They would put it in the episode title, but not the actual like preview. That's how I knew Vegeta was safe. I knew it would just bait and switch, and he was gonna be okay. But continuing from there, Gohan gets a similar treatment. Somebody attacks him from behind, and you know, somebody who's invisible, who he can't see, attacks him and almost knocks him out of the arena. But luckily, Piccolo, with his long, stretchy arms, manages to catch Gohan right before he is eliminated. I mean, Piccolo he's very clutch this episode. Let me tell you, like, he's been really overall, he's been doing a good job. I have to admit. So at this point, everybody's aware like something's not right. Somebody's beating our ass and we can't see him, and so they're just looking around trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But one thing that I noticed is that like whoever was invisible, they definitely didn't fuck with Jiren and his camp. They didn't even go over there. They like, fuck that shit. I mean, seriously. I mean, knowing how strong Jiren is, man, they really need to just team up. Like, fuck trying to target Goku and his friends. Get Jiren the fuck out. That's what I'll be worried about. Like, we need to jump that motherfucker. Damn. But yeah, they pretty much just left those guys alone. Then Android 18 is the next target, and she's getting her ass beat. And by this point, Roshi and the people in the stands with him, they're starting to figure out like, wait, what's going on? They figure out that it has to be an invisible enemy. And dude, hold up. Oh my god. Who the fuck drew Biru's face today? Did anybody else notice that his face is just so derpy this episode? He looks dumb in like every frame. It's I don't know, I just noticed that shit. And also I like how because Universe 4's God of Destruction is a mouse, like, or some type of rat thing. And it's just funny that him and Beerus have like this rivalry because it's like cat and mouse, Tom and Jerry, you know what I mean? All right, but moving on. 18 is being attacked, and Piccolo comes to her rescue. Piccolo being clutch yet again, he unleashes like some type of self-destruct move to like just hit like everything that's surrounding him. It's really cool and very devastating, but it takes a lot of energy out of him. And I think at this point, Roshi had gave Gohan the idea to cover whoever it was who's invisible in blood, and that gives Gohan the idea to use like the dust from explosions to kind of cover, like, even if you're invisible, you're still a physical entity. So if anything covers your body, then you'll be able to be seen. So that's why Gohan starts just blowing shit up so the dust would spread and hopefully cover whoever it was who's attacking them in secret. And it works perfectly. You can kind of see the outline of the guy. They never really show what he looks like. Maybe he's like a chameleon. Maybe he doesn't really have a type of form that you can really see, but he looks like some type of chameleon to me. And Piccolo immediately jumps at the opportunity to put hands on your boy, starts beating his ass, knocks him all across the arena. Dude really doesn't have a chance. Oh man, I like when I knew it was over when Piccolo had vanished behind the chameleon and hit him with that chop. But best of all, he did the mouth beam. I love mouth beams. They look so crazy and intense. It's like Nappa and Raccoon. I love those. Mouth beams are the best. Even Gotenks had a mouth beam called Victory Cannon. I love those motherfuckers. But yeah, Piccolo knocks out the invisible chameleon. That's what I'm calling him, Chameleon. I've already forgotten his name. So Universe 4 lost one of their trump cards. So then they send out, they give the order for, I think his name is Shansa, to go into action. And his particular ability is to create illusions. It seems like he creates illusions of fighters that have already been knocked out. And immediately, Piccolo goes right into action. And he realizes that, wait, I can't even touch these guys. But then he's like, wait, but they can touch me. So he can't attack them, but the illusions can attack him. And he's like, what? Like, that's weird. And like pretty much everybody is dealing with this. Goku's fighting some of the illusions. 18 and 17, they're fighting the illusions. And everybody trying to figure out like what the fuck is going on. But Piccolo and Gohan, since they're able to sense energy, of course, it doesn't take long before they pinpoint the location of Shansa, and Piccolo makes quick work of that cute little blue thing. He's so cute. He's adorable. It's a shame he didn't really get much of a chance to show off, but his power is pretty lame, to be honest. Doesn't really have much the destructive power if it's just illusions. And I think the only reason his illusions were able to attack is because of what happens next. Now, at this point, Piccolo is cocky. He like, he think he's on to the game. He's ready and shit. He can sense the other fighter, and he thinks that it's another invisible fighter. And the Universe 4's God of Destruction, the rat. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he starts freaking out and like, oh my God, we're gonna be deleted. It's over. And at this point, Piccolo's like, dodging the attacks from the invisible warrior, and he ends up at the edge of the arena, and he thinks that he's pinpointed the location of the invisible warrior by sensing his energy, but when he goes for the attack, there's nothing there, and then basically he just gets knocked the fuck out. He gets knocked out immediately. And this is funny because earlier B-Roots had made a joke about Krillin, Tien, and Roshi saying like, "Oh, you baldies are useless." It's just funny how all the people who are eliminated so far are bald. You know, if this pattern continues, then it would have to be Frieza who gets eliminated next. But I doubt Frieza is gonna get eliminated next. But that's just funny how everybody who's eliminated now is a fucking bald head. But yeah, continuing. Now 17 is fighting this invisible warrior, and he's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. He's getting his ass beat a little bit. He almost gets knocked out, but Goku saves him. That was a good assist. And as the fight continues, he comes up with a plan. I think he starts realizing what's going on. So he exposes himself in on top of a rock, tries to lure in whoever it is that's attacking, and he closes his eyes and puts up his guard to draw in the fighter, and he's getting attacked, and then he starts attacking back, and that's where you kind of realize like, wait, it's not an invisible warrior, it's just a very tiny warrior. That's why Piccolo was mistaken when he tried to knock out I think his name was Damon, because he thought he was just invisible when really he was just incredibly small, but also incredibly powerful to be able to just knock people around like that. I mean, even though he's small, like, man, he's got to be pretty strong to be able to just knock 18 and 17 around like that. But yeah, once 17 realizes that it's just pretty much just a tiny insect, he comes up with a plan to capture him, and basically he notices that the core of his mobility is just jumping extremely fast and extremely high. So he gets Goku to smash the ground, and this forces Damon to jump in the air. And when he jumps in the air, he's vulnerable, and then 17 attacks him with beams. And they continue this until 17 captures him with some type of energy field similar to like the one that he uses to surround himself as an attack. And I can't lie, he caught him like a fucking Pokemon, and then he kicked him out like a soccer ball. It was easy breezy. It was very good and intelligent move by 17. I guess it kind of goes with the whole being an animal, I don't know, like protected. I guess he just knows so much about animals that, you know, it seemed right for him to be able to, you know, pretty much capture Damon and get rid of him that way. Kind of like capturing like a wild beast or something. But yeah, he kicked the fuck out of him, knocked him out of the arena. And as you know, once all your fighters are gone, bye-bye. So, Universe 4 gets erased, but not before its God of Destruction throws a little hissy fit. But of course, you can't do shit when it comes to getting erased by Zeno. He does whatever the fuck he wants. He's like that kid from the episode of the Twilight Zone, where if you made him mad, he'll just poof you to the cornfield or turn you into some crazy shit or whatever. Yeah, it's like that. And Universe 4 is gone. I gotta say though, it wasn't as sad as the other eliminations. It was like a big deal. Like I didn't like you know. It was just like, oh, well, fuck them, fuck them, they gone. But yeah, they got eliminated, and that's pretty much it. That's the gist of this episode, and just to kind of, you know, my thoughts overall, it was a good episode. I like this episode. Piccolo really shined, but not only that, he also shined in the previous episodes when he fought against the Namekians, and he had a couple assists here and there. Overall, I feel like Piccolo's showing in this tournament was as good as you could. It's pretty much everything you could want as a Piccolo fan. Even I said last week that the fight he had in episode 118 against the Namekians, even that that really like was enough. And even this episode when even though he got knocked out, he still did a lot. He managed to knock the Chameleon out. He pretty much saved Gohan from being eliminated, so that's a major assist. He saved 18 who could have been eliminated. So he did big things in this episode, even though he got knocked out, and in a way also kind of exposed Damon for what he was by just showing that it's not as simple as sensing the energy. It's something else going on here. So big ups to Piccolo. He did a great job in the Tournament of Power. I think Piccolo fans should be proud of him. He did a great job. 17 did a great job this episode. He was able to figure out that Damon was tiny and just knocked him right the fuck on out, and that was cool. And Goku with the assist. It was overall a good episode. Everybody kind of put in work. Even Vegeta managed to kinda knock out that other guy, but really it was the Chameleon that finished the job there. But yeah, it was a good episode. Gotta say, yeah, and I cannot wait for the next episode because it looks like there's gonna be like a combination between the robots from, I forgot the universe they're from, but that universe with all the robots and mechs and shit. I think they're gonna get the three of them are going to combine and create like a super like Gurren Lagann Gundam Voltron shit, you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be cool. Wasn't there like a Dragon Ball movie, I think, called The World's Strongest, where everybody had to fight like this powerful ass robot or something? I've never seen it, but I think there's something like that out there. I gotta check that out. But man, I can't wait for the next episode because fusions are always cool. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. If you liked it or had any thoughts about it, leave a comment below. I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, this was awesome. Rest in peace, Piccolo. All right, see you guys.